Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Olympia Soiree. And, we kind of technically got Himuka's good ending in the last part, but this is like the after the ending thing, which we didn't have time to do because we went over on the part before and, look. So, stop it, bird. We are going to finish this, and then we're going to do all of the after stories, which should unlock. I'm actually surprised because I went into the menu and I went in after and I was like, let me see. And only Nagusa had a side story unlocked. Also, the game, maybe because it had to do an update when I logged in like a couple parts ago, 2 of the stories for Koroba that we read were marked as like new. And I was like, we read these. I know I did. I went back and looked at the videos. I was like, no, I recorded these. I'm not crazy. So I don't know. But Nagusa's the only one that's new. So that's interesting. And we have so much stuff that's still not unlocked. So I don't know. I figured there were going to be more characters, but anyway, we will finish this. Then we will go in, do the Nagusa story, do all the other little things that we normally do, except for the one. We have to do one after story after the bad endings just to cleanse our palate of those. So we might only have like 3 little. This is going to be a short part, and the next part will be a short part. Whatever. Look, you got a super long part, not the last one, but the one before. So good enough. Anyway, that guard was looking at me suspiciously, wasn't he? I doubt anyone would believe you're Lord Hiroko. I feel a little sorry for him, but I think I should be Lord Hiroko only when I'm behind those blinds. Except when I'm in front of you. He looked at me very closely with a smile on his face, and my cheeks prickled. I'll discuss being behind those blinds every so often with Doma and the others, but not too often. You're not comfortable being in front of people, even with those blinds covering you? Well, it's only because I think my role on this island as Lord Hiroko is already over. Huh? Don't look so sad now. I don't mean that in a bad way. Himuka smiled gently and took my hand. Let's go and put the mirror back where it belongs. Go? You mean to Kokuri no Miya? Is it really alright for me to go inside? Of course it is. That's why we came here. He raised his right hand and particles of silver light scattered from his fingertips. Then... Ooh. The blinds all rolled up without a sound, so he still has magic. That's amazing! It's more amazing that you're able to keep the sun in the sky. I can't do that now that most of my powers are gone. And now let's go. Coming in. Welcome to Kokuri no Miya. He seemed to be in a very good mood today. Maybe it was because he was finally back where he used to be. The mirror's kept over there. If you could please set it in place. I took out the broken half of the mirror and set it down where he directed me. Welcome home, Amaterasu. Himuka gently stroked the mirror. Himuka, are you still able to hear Lady Amaterasu's voice? Not since then, though I can still feel her presence. I see. That's good, I suppose. The Age of Gods has ended. Himuka? I believe Lord Hiroko will slowly disappear from everyone's minds, but that's for the best. It's time we, as humans, carry the load. He said it as though encouraging himself. I wasn't able to do anything as a god, but now that I'm a human, I feel like I can do anything. It was a lie that he didn't do anything. He gave up everything to protect this world. As I wondered whether I should bring that up... Aww. Cute. That's an interesting angle for the CG, but it's really pretty. Look! Look at his little, he's got, a little, mini shorts and, thigh-high stockings. Props game. Giving him some, sassy fashion. His hair is also 3 times longer than hers, which is kind of amazing, too. As long as you're with me, I won't run away anymore. There are so many things I want to do, so many things I want to achieve. They both look really pretty in the CG. I like it. There was such a radiant masculinity in his expression that looking at him made my heart ache. I won't have anyone endure what Hayuri did. Himuka blinked slowly. Of course, I know things won't change overnight, but they will change no matter what. Himuka... The report was titled Executioner Behind the Disappearances. It was shared with everyone on the island with signed approval from Lord Jigen, the Kotowari, the military, and Hiroko. The executioner's name was not disclosed. After returning from Tenyo Island, Himuka and I rowed ourselves out into the sea. The boat was filled with flowers, which were all set down into the water. I prayed that the departed souls would one day return to this land. It was difficult to explain Izanami's influence on Hayuri, which is why the report was kept vague and simple. In any case, I want him to find happiness. Me too. Hayuri was secretly exiled to the farthest island from here. He left a letter to Asawa saying that he was leaving to undergo special training. Let's make this world a bright place filled with smiles. Himuka opened and closed his hands again. Yeah, I mean, you kind of like... What can you do? The kid's got super fucking magic abilities. Can kill anyone. And it's like, and Yomi is where you stick the prisoners, and he was already living there. So, like, you know. You said to Kuroba a while ago that there were no disgusting colors, right? Huh? Were you there? I was watching from the shadows. Like he always did, peeking around the corner. My favorite fucking CG is peeking around the corner with the fucking skull in his hand. How embarrassing. We'll make this world a place where every color is beautiful. We can do it if we all work together to bring forth change. This sounds like my closet. Every color is beautiful in my closet because, like, my closet has almost every color. Everything that happened this past month flooded back to mind, and the back of my eyes burned a little. The human lives lost will never return, which is why we need to make sure no lives are ever lost again. Absolutely. And the cowardly me from before has died. I hope you'll love the new me the same. Do you even have to say it? I would say ask it, not say it, but you're you, and I'll always love you. I'm glad. Our lips slowly moved closer. I love you. I'm happy that you're my soulmate, my other half. I'm happy you returned to me. You're the one who called me back, and so I'll live once again for you. So, I ask that you please be with me like this forever. He still had the habit of looking down on himself a little bit, but instead of telling him, I just wanted his lips. Let's have some passion fruit again. Yes, each day and each night. Oh, hi. So that's what the cool kids are calling it these days? We savored each other's lips as if they were the sweetest fruit. I knew Kokuri no Miya was a solemn place, so I prayed that we would be forgiven just this once. After all, it was Lord Hiroko himself who was kissing me. Oh, there you go. And the end. No. But, so here's the thing, right? So those are going to be Akaza's 3, right? So now we have these, well, we'll have the other Himuka one. Oh, wait, wait, do we not get that until we do the bad endings? Oh, we don't get the memoirs until the bad ending. I'm going to guess. That's fine. So maybe we'll do that one after the bad endings then, because the memoirs isn't too bad. It's still usually after the good end. It still follows after the good ending. But then, like, look at all of this shit, right? There's, like, so much, because we'll get one more Himuka thing. And then you have to think, like, okay, maybe Doma has one. Maybe Jigen has one. Maybe Shurta has one. There's nothing for Hayuri or Asawa, but, like, look at all of these freaking things. Nagusa's the only one there, but, like, Tsukiyomi, but, like, there's so many empty spaces, and it's like, well, who else? Any characters with a sprite, right? So, like, you have, wait, because that'll be the other Himuka one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 because you have this one. You're going to have Tsukuyomi. He's got to have one. But I would assume maybe he's not going to come till the end because, like, you know. Maybe you'll have Jigen, Doma. And I guess Doma would make sense because we haven't found out he's our dad yet. You know what I mean? But, like, Jigen, Doma, and Shura. Why is Asawa not here? Because, like, okay, Hayuri would have made sense here because his story. Who else has a sprite that we haven't seen? I'm forgetting someone because I thought of and I'm like, there's 7, but then there's a missing person. Oh, Camellia. Maybe. So I would understand if maybe Camellia and Tsukuyomi don't show up till the end and maybe the other 3 leaders, fine. I mean, Lady Shura could have come up beforehand, especially with Sakio. You know what I mean? But I don't know why I called her lady. It's elder sister. Whatever. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But, like, and, like, Lord Jigen being the leader of the Red, okay, fine. Maybe more in Akaza's route. Doma and Tsukuyomi make sense, like, to come after. But, like, why is Asawa not here? Or Hayuri? I would have expected them to have one. They're the only people I can think of, but then there's still one missing unless we have one. Or they're like, you know what I mean? Or there's, like, because these are all memoirs. It's not like there's a bunch of memoirs. Well, I mean, I guess no, because I guess the memoirs of the side characters could be here and there could be just other random shit in the middle. I'm just so curious. There's just so much fucking shit missing. But let's read Nagusa's memoirs because, you know, I'm actually also surprised that Nagusa's memoir showed up here because he was barely in this route. But, you want me to tell you what I know? There's only one thing for me to say. I believe that man should be killed. Rather, I wish to kill him with my own hands. Surprised by such remarks, are you? But what I said comes from the bottom of my heart. I need to get rid of that man and save Olympia. She's still innocent in her knowledge of the outside world and is being deceived by that man. There's no other reason why she would choose a man from the black class. This is funny because... Wait a minute. Wait, did we read Nagusa's story at the end of... We did, didn't we? At the end of Cordoba's route. This is another one. Because I was like, wait a minute. That makes more sense to me. Because I was like, wow, we only got Nagusa's story now? We read this. This is from Cordoba's thing. It is. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just going to skip through this. Hold on. We already read this. Oh my god. I should have realized, or I should have thought about that when, oops. Oops, whoops, whoops. Go back. Yes. When the other things, because that's exactly what it did to Kuroba's 2 stories. From Noon to Noon and his memoirs were marked as new. And I was like, I read those. So we did read the... Because I was like, I have to get her away from that man. And then I was like, sounds more like Kuroba's route. Yeah. Okay, so we already read that. Okay, so nothing new unlocked, really. What the fuck is happening? I think it's because whatever update happened, for some reason, acted like we didn't read those 3 after Kuroba's route, which is weird because it's not like the update happened between Kuroba's route and me doing this one. It happened like in between, in the middle of me doing part. I think it was 2 or 3 parts ago. Well, not like before this one. It may have been before the last one or before the prior one. You know what I mean? So it was either, you know, so I like went to load. I'm like, oh, I gotta do an update. And then when I went in at the end of the last part, I was like, all these freaking shit's new, but I already read them. So we already read Nagusa. So sorry, we're not going to read that. We'll read Himuka's introduction, and I guess we'll do Rainbow Candy, and then this will be a super short part. So whatever. Hello, my name is Himuka. I've been asked to introduce myself, but, my background is somewhat complicated. Please understand that my name and birthday were inventions of my own choosing. The name Himuka is actually one that I came up with so that I could work as the Undertaker. Of course, I have no family register on the island, so I asked Tsukuyomi to assist with my taking on the role. It was then that he told me I needed a name. My name means head toward fire to pay homage to the cremations. Huh. But it also means look to the sun, so I'm actually quite pleased with the name. My birthday was the same. The number 8 and the character for day looks similar, so I decided on August 8th. My astrological sign is supposed to be Leo, I'm happy with that since lion bones are pretty nice. My favorite food is passion fruit. And my favorite place on the island is the Rainbow Waterfall. I keep hoping it rains so I can see the rainbow again. And next question, my childhood? I don't have fond memories since I was sent out onto the ocean at birth. That's right. How about I talk about when I got my body from Tsukiyomi? Tsukiyomi spent a long time crafting my face and limbs. I actually had a hard time standing when I first entered the body he made for me. I kept falling over and over again, but when I saw myself in the mirror, I stood up and ran away. I was startled by the sight of a stranger standing in front of me. Ever since then, I'd look at mirrors, the water, or even windows to see what I looked like. I was just happy to see a face that people wouldn't shun or throw stones at. I thought that surely Amaterasu wouldn't look away from me when she awakened. But then, I met a woman I felt I could call my soulmate. And now, I'm living on this island as a mortal in human flesh. I get injured now, and I get hungry easily, but I can feel her much more deeply and closely than I ever have before. What am I confident about? I'd like to say there is nothing, but I guess it would be my hair. It has a tone similar to hers, and I think she likes it too. The soap I use? The truth is, I never needed to bathe before, so it's only recently that I've begun using soap. This is what I was talking about. It's weird. She's like, I have to clean. Yes, sweetie, seriously, hygiene. Like, so funny. Yosuga and Yomi makes and sells all sorts of soap, so I chose the gardenia scent. It's pure and white with a sweet aroma. I'm glad she says she likes it too. I like the fact that you're okay smelling like flowers. Cause like some I don't smell like flowers. It's okay, you can smell like flowers. Although men's deodorant smells fucking amazing and it's not super flowery. Like women's deodorant is like freaking like lavender or baby powder basically, and it's like I don't really want any of those, but you know, men's deodorant is like Wolfthorn and Fiji. Like, you know, you're picking a character class for your freaking rogue. Like doesn't tell you what the fuck it is. I mean, Fiji you can figure. No, those are Old Spice deodorants, and highly recommend both of those. Are fucking amazing. Okay, like Fiji, you're like it's gonna smell like a tropical fucking like vacation. It does. It's fucking good. Wolfthorn though, I was like, I found this somebody on Reddit was talking about it and it was like something about men's deodorant, blah blah blah, and that's what they use. And I don't know where we were in some random freaking post, and like the whole thing, and all of a sudden it went into deodorant. Really weird tangents, but I feel like that's how my brain works sometimes, like now. And like someone mentioned it, I was like, I'm gonna try this. And I bought it scent unsniffed. I just bought it from my grocery store delivered, and I was like, sure, put it in there. And it is so good. Because it is kind of sweet. It almost smells kind of like candy, but there's a little bit of citrus. Like, I can't explain it. It's fucking good. It is fucking good, and I would much rather when you're like, let me smell my pits. Yes! I don't know. I still like men's freaking cologne, too, back in, like, college. I forget which one it was, but it was, like, so good, too. Like, you know, look, I'm just saying. And technically, all deodorant and perfume / cologne can be gender neutral. If you want to smell like a goddamn rose bush, smell like a rose bush. You're going to smell like your 80-year-old grandmother, but still, it's nothing wrong with that. Because I like roses too, like candles and shit, but like for deodorant? No, man. Old Spice. Some good shit. Anyway, my pastime? Looking for things, I suppose. I also like collecting bones. Or rather, I simply like finding things that wash ashore. I hope to pick up many more things with her in the future. My favorite part of a woman's body. This is about her, right? And then I'd say her breasts. You know, Yosuga Kuroba coming out with that absolutely would have been like, would not have expected Himuka to be okay, all right, cool. Didn't expect that one, sure. And men don't have breasts as soft, warm, and beautiful as women do. I mean, he's not wrong. And, you know, unless you got movies, but, you know. I find myself wanting to touch everywhere I can, since my body is so different from a woman's. Himuka, He's getting a little spicy.
I don't mean this in a lewd way. I simply like looking because I think it's beautiful. Really, her body, her mind, and her soul are all so beautiful, and I can't help but admire her.
Admire her. Well, I kind of mumbled that.
I really, really don't mean this in an improper way. Please don't tell her about this. Oh, but no matter how kind or beautiful she is, please don't take her. She is mine and mine alone.
Himuka's getting all up in the interviews. She's mine and mine alone.
Oh!
Himuka. Rainbow candy.
This rainbow candy is delicious. It took root on this island much sooner than I expected.
Oh, that's right, because we planted the candy in the dirt, and then we were like, let's go ask the candy dude to make this candy. And so we did. Cute. Oh, CG? No, never mind.
The candy maker at the plaza was really nice. He made it in front of me so carefully, checking with me along the way to make sure it was right.
Yep, here we go. Oh my god, this is okay. Right now, I'm sorry. Who put Tokasada in this fucking CG? That's Tokasada face right there. Like, but with Himuka hair. No, stop it. It's adorable, though. I like it. It's super cute. It's cute, but, you know, Himuka looks 12. But, to be fair, we're eating candy, so it's like, we all kind of feel that way, right? Sometimes, so.
How nice. I wish I could have seen it. I wonder if he can make it again when I have time away from work.
I'll let him know. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to. Himuka was human now, but he still possessed the power of Batsu and sent off the departed the same way as before. It was very popular at the plaza while I was there. I hope they were able to sell a lot.
I'm glad it found its way here.
Some time had passed, and the people on this island seemed to have forgotten all about the earthquake. But it's something we couldn't forget, ever. Himuka, are you accustomed to being human?
I'm still bumping into things.
Sweetie, it doesn't matter how long you've been human, that happens. I went and got my mail yesterday. Oh my god, I'm rubbing my knee. It hurts so fucking bad. Like, got my mail yesterday and the mail guy was there, so I was like, hey, because, like, I'll say hi to him if he's there. And, getting my mail, hey, how are you? Yep, good, how are you? Okay, all right, have a good one, you too. I turned around, because, like, the cart was kind of in the entryway to, like, it's just, like, a covered building, you know what I mean? And, like, it's got walls, but, like, there's the opening. There's no, like, door. It's just an opening, right? But, like, so there's brick around the opening, and then there's, like, pillars to make it look fancy, but, like, obviously the bricks... So, like, I know it's there, but I still turned around, and because, like, there's something wrong with my brain, instead of, like, I'm gonna walk in the middle of the doorway. You can't, because he had this, like, mail cart kind of sitting on the side. Still plenty of room to walk around in between it and not smash my knee into the brick facing on the pillar. But no, I did that. I turned around and, like, snap! Oh! Just walked around it, like, and thank God he was putting mail in the thing, because I would have looked. But man, holy fuck. That hurt. I was like, son of a bitch! Giant bruise on my fucking knee now. So, yes, I've been alive and a human a lot longer than you, Himuka, and I'm still bumping into shit, so I feel bad. Huh?
Actually, I used to bump into things a lot before. Tsukuyomi's work was so durable that I wouldn't break just from bumping into things. I still have that habit, but what I experience now is real pain.
Yeah. A stranger who didn't know the situation wouldn't have been able to understand him. Now that I'm looking more closely, your elbow is bruised.
And don't worry, I'm actually happy about it.
He smiled and continued to enjoy his candy. So cute. I'm so happy that I hurt myself.
I'm learning what it means to be hungry, what it means to have eaten too much. It's new and fun. But I think the thing that surprised me most was when I took a bath at Yosuga's place.
It feels good, doesn't it? I like taking baths there, too.
Then, should we take a bath together?
The rainbow candy almost slipped out of my hand. I like how, like, she's basically like, huh, debating at some point, toss him down and just have my... I mean, I can't do that. Can I? Maybe I should. And then she was the one who got a little like, no, we're going to do this. Like, and now he's like, we should take a bath together. Oh, no, she's a fumbling mess. I love how it just kind of flips. Because it's like, you really shouldn't be, but at the same time, like, maybe it's the, I wasn't expecting you to say that. Just like, I like her breasts. What? Himuka, what? I must fell off my bouncy ball. Like, I wasn't expecting that, so maybe she's not expecting him to be so forward. Our former god with the body of a doll often put me in a bind with his innocent questions. Girl, how many? Seriously. I don't think he knows what it means. I'm pretty sure he does. Because I'm pretty sure. We all know you've fucked before, so come on.
You don't want to?
Oh, we definitely should. Together. He's my future husband, so I shouldn't let what he said bother me. Well, he's my future husband. You've also, quote unquote, oh god, this is gonna creep me out. You've also mated. Ugh. Something's so wrong. I mean, it's a fact, but it's still creepy. It sounds weird. We're not fucking tigers in the zoo. Are we? We might be. I don't know. Aside from that, have you had any problems living as a human? Is everything else alright?
I often get tired now.
He's so cute when he looks like this. Huh?
I only recently discovered I'm not very fit.
Why don't you try running across the beach every morning?
Running? You're right. I can train myself. I'll build up a body fit to be a man's.
What a strange conversation this was. A lot of times, yes. But seeing him suddenly brighten up like that was absolutely adorable. Anything else?
My body gets strangely hot when I think about you at night.
Okay, this is where you're awkward. You're like, okay, what you do in your own time. I almost dropped my candy again. How could I respond to that? Okay, this one I don't blame you for.
It was normal for me to sleep alone before I met you, but now I feel strangely lonely.
I licked my candy, unsure of what to say.
When you come to mind, I want to see you and hold you, but I can't sneak to the manor like I did before.
Heat spread from my face to my fingertips. My innocent lover really did fluster me. Oh, you can sneak in every so often if you want to. Girl. I love it.
Huh?
But wait, you don't need to put the guards to sleep since you're my future husband. Let's see, why don't you come and get me on a night that you think it's going to rain? We can visit the waterfall again. His fingers trembled just a bit. I want to see it as many times as I can with you next to me. Himuka rubbed his wet eyes. Someday they're going to be, I would say old, they're going to be like 25. Sneak out, leave the kids alone, go to the waterfall, and that's going to be their secret sneak away from the kids spot. I'd say when they're old, like, little old people, oh, the kids are all grown, but they're not going to live that long since we gave half our life to him, so, like, you know. So when they're like, oh, I'm sorry, my sciatica's acting up, sweetie, because they're like 40. You know. Also feels old.
I really am a human, aren't I?
Yes, and you're also my husband.
The rainbow before was beautiful, but I think it'll be more beautiful seeing it with you now.
Yes, I'm sure you're right.
Then I'll come pick you up the next night it looks like it'll rain.
His words brought back memories of the rainbow we saw that night. The faintest, most precious rainbow. I see he's got his bracelet back that we chucked into not Izanami, that's his mother's name. What the fuck is... What's the nice spring's name? I can't think of it. Anyway. Shinamizu's the bad one. What's the nice one? Ikimizu? Ikimizu Spring. That's right. But he's still wearing it, so he got it back.
That's right. There's somewhere else I wanted to go with you. That restaurant in the cave.
Cave?
Kuroba told me about it. He said you'd love the place.
Well, we haven't been there in this run, huh? They're even closer than I thought. Himuka began opening up to everyone little by little. He even went to the bathhouse for some... I can't pronounce that word. When he was hungry. I can't pronounce it. How about we go there now? I wish I could, but, like, I'm going to trip over it, and I'm going to say it wrong, and then everyone's going to be mad at me, so I'm just not going to try. I'm not going to try and butcher it, okay? It wouldn't take that long to look it up. Yes, it would! My phone's across the room.
But Kuroba said the mood is better at night.
Really? What are they talking about when I'm not around? All right, then we'll wait until nightfall. Oh, God, what are they talking about when you're not around? Who is the person interviewing everyone? Curious.
Great, thank you.
I wondered if this was how men spoke to each other when I wasn't around. I want that scene! I want to just see all of them sitting around, like, talking about me. Just the random fucking shit that comes up. Like, after they met me, but, like, before I've dated anybody. Like, before we technically got into anyone's path. So, like, I just want that, like, scene where they're all just, like, hanging out one day. Like, and, like, what actually they think. That's what I want to know. Though I was still a bit nervous, I was happy that Himuka was finally befriending other people.
And that's right. I met with Tokasada at the beach the other day, and we went searching for things.
Really? That's good to hear. I feel like we're talking to our child now, like, a good job, Himuka. I'm glad you're making friends at school. Like, do we just move to a new town and he's our child telling us how he's making friends? This is kind of what it feels like.
But we ended up empty-handed and talked about how good things don't wash ashore without you around.
But I usually only find driftwood and seaweed. If you're all right with that, let's all go together next time.
Yes, together.
His eyes narrowed as he smiled. So he could smile like that now.
I'm so glad I can love you as a human being.
Oh, he's blushing and adorable. Stop it. You know what? He's got a catboy face. There's something about the giant, like, saucery cat eye. You put ears on him, catboy. Done. Well, where did that come from? I'm just saying, because he looks like a catboy, girl.
Ever since I was given this body, I've put more thought into what death means. Death to humans means the end, right? If I were still a doll, there'd be no end for me. Which means that even if I loved you, I would be alone again one day. I'm sorry if that sounded morbid, but I'm just glad I can finally experience the end, too.
He was placed in a reed boat at birth and sent out on the ocean. I can only imagine how long he was alone out there.
Don't look so sad. I can see the future, and you're gonna live a very long time.
The future? You can do things like that even as a human?
Sorry, I don't have that kind of power, but I don't have to see it to know it.
We gave half of our life, so...
You're gonna be like 80 years old.
Fuck, I would have lived forever! Like, I don't want to be 160. Christ, sounds painful.
You're gonna be the leader of the White, right? I'm sure Amaterasu is cheering for you now.
Huh? The leader of the White?
Who else would it be?
I froze, still holding my rainbow candy.
And one day, you'll return to that island and bear a child, and when she reaches 18, she'll find a husband of her own to marry. And I'm sure the White will prosper once more.
He says this like you'll bear a child. You mean your child, right? Like, do you... See how odd that statement sounds? Stop it, will you? As a number of emotions hit me at once, tears began to flow from my eyes.
And I'll be beside you the whole time.
His voice was so gentle and soothing.
I plan on living just as long as you.
You'd better not die ahead of me, you hear?
I won't. I'll never leave you behind ever again. I'll never leave you alone.
That's the dream. You just want someone to be... I will never leave you alone behind. I'll never... Good, I'm gonna die first and you can be the one that suffers without me. Sorry. That's just how it goes. Like, Lady Amaterasu, thank you for bringing him back to this world. How could I ever show you my gratitude for this divine blessing? I promise you, I and the future children of the White will worship you and give you thanks for all eternity.
Are you happy?
Why do you ask?
There's a story from beyond the ocean about a beautiful divine spirit bathing by the sea. A man who happened to pass by fell in love with her, so he steals her robe in an attempt to prevent her from returning to the heavens.
I think I heard that somewhere before.
And that divine spirit became that man's wife, but one day she finds her robe in the attic and ascends to the heavens.
The ending is different from the one I know. The story I read said that after they married, they had a child and both lived happily ever after. That's the Disney version.
Huh?
I know that Tenyo Island means divine spirit, but I won't be leaving this place, so don't worry.
And that's right. You're a human.
You too. I kissed him gently on the lips. His sweet, sweet lips. I was no divine spirit, and he was no longer a god. Oh. Okay, and I don't think anything else opens. I think we get that other one after the... Yeah, okay. After the bad endings. So memories. Gonna find us some Himuka. Here we go. And we're missing that one CG, so... That was our first one with him. Oh, I hate that it does that. Crap. Oh, I forgot that this one's like this. This is my favorite. I don't know why this is my favorite CG, because every time it popped up, it's like, here he is just peeking out from behind him, but then he's got the skull in his hands, and it just, there's something about it that's just so ridiculous. It's adorably ridiculous. Like, it's a beautiful CG. Like, all the CGs are really good in this, but like, it's just so fucking absurd, the situation, just peeking out. What? I'm not following you. Because he's just been following us, which is just like, Himuka, what the fuck are you doing? There's just something so funny about it. But then he's just peeking out with the skull in his hands. It's just... I can't. Like... Okay, so the next one has 3. Okay. 3, 2, 6. Oh, God. I mean, this one, though. Like, okay, cut her out, because she's got the weird derpy doll face in it. But, like, good God, he is beautiful in this CG. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's just those 3 different versions, but his face is so beautiful. I think this one had at least 2. Yeah. That's a good one. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Okay, this one's got 6, and then the other ones have 3. Okay. This one's got a lot. And then, like, in this, they both have saucer eyes. Like, girl, you shouldn't have saucer eyes with a body like that. Like, Jesus. At least, like, I'd kill for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, here, she's wafer thin. Oh, but has boobs the size of her head. No, she's like, that's like a normal, nice. I'd kill for that body. Kill her for that body. I'm just kidding. But it's just so funny. Like, this is such an inappropriate, like, hi, we're like in our underpants and like we're feeding it and like we both have saucer eyes. It's a little disconcerting. Oh, that's the last one because it got the pretty things around it. Oh, the pretty rainbow one. This one's pretty. And then like then there's other ones like this where like her eyes are like normal and she's just they have like creepy doll face or they have like goddamn beautiful. Like it's 2 extremes with her and all the CGs. I prefer the ones where she's like beautiful like this and doesn't have the kind of dead doll eyes. Maybe we're a doll. Do we not know? I mean, who knows? Maybe that's why, you know. Oh. Kissing by the waterfall with a pretty rainbow. It's beautiful. There's Sailor Moon shit going on. I love it. Aw. That face is so cute, though, with a little smirk. Oh, stop it. Is that your skull? Like, I'm just curious. The skull glows. I mean, it's so cool. It was actually cooler when you're playing and then, like, it actually pulses. It was like, shit, what the hell? Oh. That was hard. That was rude of the game. Absolutely rude. But then we got him back. Look at him. Beautiful. Oh, that was only 1. Okay. Whoops, whoops, whoops. The only thing awkward about this is the, like, mouth agape. It just looks kind of awkward. But they're both really pretty in it. Still pretty CGs. Oh! Well, that one got a little inappropriate. Don't look at that. This one's pretty, too. I think that one only had 2. Yeah, and then we got our last one. Super fucking cute! It's so colorful and bright, and then he's just like, ha! Candy! I like being human, I hurt myself! I love it. This is still by far my favorite fucking CG. Fight me, I can't. Like, I can't. I love it so fucking much. And the fact that they showed it like 2 or 3 times in the game cracks me the fuck up. But anyway, so that was all of Himuka's good endings and all the after stories and stuff like that. So it was a ride. It was good. I don't like lolly boys. So like it was like, okay, Himuka's right, he's a lolly boy, another one. But I actually really enjoyed his route. I did, and I feel like every once in a while there's an exception. Like I love the glasses characters. Every once in a while you're like, I don't love this one. I found one I don't love. Yeah, I don't think I found one I don't love. I'm usually like, he may not be my favorite, but I still love him. The glasses help, but I don't think I've come across a glasses character I absolutely hate, and I'm like, no, thank you. If I have, someone remind me, because I forget. But but like the lolly boys is like, nope. It's not. I could take him or leave him. No, I could leave him. Absolutely. But Himuka, no. Something about Himuka is different where you're like, I can accept this route. I don't know if you can come to the man harem because it's still a little weird because you look 12. But like the route was good and I wasn't just like, okay, it's good for being a lolly boy route, and if he was different, like, no. You know what I mean? It's like, nope, I enjoyed the whole thing. It's only after that I'm like, but just remember, he's a lolly boy, Spacey. A lolly boy, Spacey. Like, every other one, it's like, all right, well, we're going into it, but, they don't have a look that I like. So, I mean, I enjoyed Tokusada's route for what it was, but it's like, okay, yeah, I'm reading the story, and that's cool, but, like, it's not gonna be like, oh my god, it's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a good route, and I can judge it for that, but Himuka's different. I don't know. He's kind of like an exception to the lolly boy role. Like him a little bit better. But also, this CG's fucking great. God, I love it so much. It cracks me the fuck up. I just say like I want it as like wallpaper on my TV or something. And be like, what is it? It's funny. If you know, you know. It's just fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know why. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, when the CG kept popping up, like, Himuka, are you following me? And he's just like, peeking around the corner with the fucking captain skull. Like, we don't know. We never found out. Is that just a rant? He said he found the skull, and I'm just gonna guess he just found the skull. Because that's what he said, so we'll trust his word. But, like, you found the cap. Did it have the hat on? Did you put the hat on it? So he's just peeking around the corner with the captain, like, what? Like, I don't know why. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here, and we will do the bad endings. That'll be swell. There were some parts in this that I was like, I'm not sure the bad ending could be worse. But then again, that one in Yasuga's route was like, no, I don't like this. And some of the shit that happened in the good ending of this route were very, no, I don't like this. So I'm not really sure what to expect from the bad endings. But we got 2 of them, and then we'll have whatever little after story pops up. I doubt any other of the short stories will come up except for that one, but we'll do that in the next part. So it was roughly a normal length part because I talk a lot and we spend a lot of time looking at CGs. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.